A quick overview of our Audient ASP4816 mixing desk that we've got in Studio 2. Let's look at what we use initially to record. Your first level, the first fader in fact, which is a knob, is the blue one here. There's your first input, so we're just going to look at channel 1. You're going to need to know that the 48 volts needs to be switched in or out if it's a condenser mic, and you don't need it for dynamic mics. Then these buttons here, which are your routing buttons, they take the signal from this channel and send it out to our audio interface and through into Logic or Pro Tools. So obviously if you want to record channel 1 to number 7, then you need to press 7 here. Okay, and it's still on channel 1, but it's getting recorded to another input. What's going to concern you next is going to be the EQ. We've got the whole EQ section from here to here. The first two are what we call shelf EQ. It's just simply treble or bass. Okay, there is some more detail in there, but I'm going to skip it for now. Then we've got our HMF, high and mid frequencies. We've got a parametric EQ where we actually have a frequency selector. So we choose a frequency, a volume for that frequency, which can be plus or minus a volume, so you can take frequencies away. And then we've got a width, a bandwidth indicator, which means that we can zone in on a narrow bandwidth or have it so that it's wide, broadly in the area of the frequency we've chosen. Don't worry if you don't get all of that, I'll do a separate thing on EQ. Moving down, we have pan, and this is the pan for the black fader. This is our input fader. So panning left and right. If you want to hear any faders at all, you've got to have the mix button on. So that mix is kind of like an on button, although really what a mix button does is assign it to the master fader. Everything has been assigned here. So when you hear a sound, really it's coming from out of here. It's not from the channel you're looking at. Let's go back to the channel again. Our mix buttons there for this black fader. Black faders, when we record, should always be at 0 for the optimum signal to noise ratio. And if you need more or less volume, you'd actually then go back up to the blue knob here to give yourself more level or take some volume away. Okay, once you've done the recording, because I won't look at Logic, then we go down to the white faders. And the white faders, again, need to be switched on to mix if you want to hear them. Pan control. I missed these buttons here on the black faders, which we have over here, which are simply to solo, which turns everything else off so you can hear that one channel, or cut, which prevents you from being able to hear this sound there. So we've got these cut, solo,